Hello lovelies, my name's Thomasin. I'm the sound practitioner at Surlune, and I thought I'd pop on to introduce myself and also to talk about the lunar eclipse we're going to be experiencing soon. This is a very exciting time. It's a full lunar eclipse. The next time there'll be a lunar eclipse in this country won't be until 2028, and then it's partial. So this is the last time for a full lunar eclipse for quite some time. So an eclipse happens when the sun, the earth and the moon line up. The earth is in the middle of the sun and the moon. So the sun isn't going to be shining its light on the moon as it would usually. What's going to happen is the earth's shadow is going to be cast on the moon, and it's going to make the moon turn red. So you might have heard people talk about a blood moon. That's why, because the moon will be red tonight. So very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing it. What does it mean for us spiritually? So eclipses are all about change. They're about taking what is no longer serving us out of our lives and making way for new experiences, new energies. So we all cling to things. We all have things in our lives that are no longer good for us. They might have been good for us in the past. They may have never been good for us, but we don't like change. We tend to want to keep things on an equilibrium. However, with an eclipse, that's not possible. An eclipse brings change. It brings new energy into your life, which is a wonderful and very cleansing thing. So this lunar eclipse is in Pisces. So Pisces deals with making things that have been hidden come to light. So there may be things that you don't really want to deal with, but they're going to be brought to light by this Pisces lunar eclipse. So how can we facilitate this change gently for ourselves? I mean, obviously, if we're talking about hidden things that are coming to light, an obvious choice is shadow work. So it would be very good to do some shadow work before this eclipse or even after it. I mean, the eclipse energy is extending both before and after this lunar eclipse. Actually, while we're here, this isn't the only eclipse in September. This is eclipse season. So this is the lunar eclipse. There is a partial solar eclipse on the 21st of September as well. So this whole period is going to be full of energetic changes and getting rid of energies and inviting wonderful things into our lives instead. So shadow work. A very, very simple way to do some shadow work is to have some deep introspection. So really consider what is no longer serving us. And to do that, we can use some meditation. So we could just sit quietly and silently and contemplate. My preferred method of meditation is to use my bowls. I find that sound is a wonderful way of getting really deep into meditation, really deep into this contemplation. And after I've had a period of deep contemplation, listening to my bowls and getting really deep into a meditative state, I'm going to make a list. I'm going to take a piece of paper, take a pen, and just write. It doesn't have to be a long list. Just write a list of things I consider are no longer serving me. And once I've made that list, it might just be one thing. You know, it depends what's come up for you. Once I've made that list, because our subconscious works with symbols, it works with ceremony. If we're introducing those elements, it really sits up and pays attention. What I'm going to do is take that list, just screw it up and get rid of it some way. And that's a very simple way of acknowledging the energy of the lunar eclipse, working with the energy of the lunar eclipse, and easing that transition for ourselves. So I hope you have a wonderful eclipse. I'm going to be watching tonight. I hope some of you are. Be kind to yourselves, and I'll see you soon.